Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Really want you to know how much you're loved and appreciated. And the energy is getting really shifty. One of the energies that we're working through as a collective, because for me, I work through energy on a collective level, not just an individual level. And when I say collective, I don't mean just Earth. Earth is the manifestation or the mirror of the universe. There are other planets, there are other galaxies, there are other solar systems, there are other beings out there. There's a lot of them. Earth is just a tiny dot on the spectrum, but an important dot, by the way. But anyway, this energy that just came up, and I'm going to describe it as best I can, bear with me. But I want you to really take a look, not only at yourself, but then in others, because this one's pretty important. As I go deeper into the end of the old system, that predator-prey cycle that I've talked about now for years, that's the old way, the old universe, but it's still going to be around until it actually is healed, it's fixed, it's dissolved. That's going to take a lot of healing and a lot of work, because when you start to dismantle the power from a narcissist, an individual that wants to be God, and then when I say in that terms, because everything has like a flip side to it, like I know that God runs through me, that energy runs through me, and I animate that out. And then God uses my vessel as a way to teach and help others. I have surrendered to that and allowed for God's source, the divine, to work through me, as me. I don't think that I am God, right? I don't use my powers and my abilities to manipulate people, steal from people, take from people. I don't have to, because I'm filled in with source. These other energies that are completely negative actually on the inside, they want to be God, but they want to do it from a perspective of God over you, meaning they have found ways to manipulate, siphon, take, lie, and take energy from you in order to create their utopia. That's how the old universe and this current reality and on Earth was set up. That's why it's an illusion. Because the energies that siphoned other energies to build their utopia, they didn't create shit. They didn't build anything. They used other people to do it. They used other people's energy to do it. That's why a lot of these things are crumbling, and they're going to crumble. And it's going to get worse. Because as you dismantle and pull back your energy, you heal yourself. You start to heal the wounds that these individuals did to you. I didn't ask for these individuals to attack, to bully attack, to attack in groups, and then steal and siphon my abilities, my talents, my gifts? Did I let them in because I loved them and I thought that they had my best interest? Absolutely. Was I bamboozled and lied and manipulated? Absolutely. And now I'm starting to see that. That's practicing discernment. That's being able to see, feel, and understand the energy and saying, you know what, that energy's off. That energy's not for me. And moving away from that energy, not even participating, not even engaging, not even allowing for that energy to come close. The dynamic that I am seeing and witnessing, and you're going to see this coming down the pipe as well, is the false victim. Okay? This is a classic narcissist, an undercover narcissist, and I'm seeing this in the feminine. So watch for these feminines, all right? That pretend to be victims, or they've been victimized in some way, shape, or form. And I'm not discounting anybody that's been victimized, okay? I know what that feels like. It sucks. I never want to say someone's wrong when it comes to victimization. As I look at the energy, though, so I look at everything from an energy perspective and the intentions, And I see these feminine energies, and I'm going to use an example here in just a second, where they have pretended to be the victim, that they were victimized in some way, and therefore they need others to come and help them, to save them, to protect them from the evil energies out there that want to attack them. Which, yeah, are there energies out there that want to attack? Yes, I will agree with that. But there are energies, there are feminine energies, and there's probably some masculines too. But I'm going to stick with the feminine here because that's what I went through last night, was this energy that pretends to be a victim, but in reality it's a predator. It has created the system. I saw this in the face of the mother, God the mother. It stemmed from there, which was an example of my mother. And then I also experienced that with Teal Swan. So this energy, I'll use my mother as an example. This energy, my mother would, she would call the police on me, CPS, on my family. Actually, she didn't do that. She brought others in. She manipulated them and brought them in and said, hey, we need to do something about it, but you go ahead and do it. So my mother would manipulate things and people to have them do things for her, and then when I would call her out on it, she would lie to me and say I didn't do that. Then to make matters worse, she would throw me under the bus. This is why I don't talk to my mother anymore. My mother, I call her a pot stirrer. She creates the problems. She spins the web. She manipulates others with her negativity. And then once she's done doing that, she steps back and says, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. I'm a victim. Poor me. Okay? It's a very, very vicious game. This is very, very dangerous because my mother attacked me when I was a child a lot. I figured out a lot. My mother was very jealous of me, very hateful towards me because my father loved me. And so therefore that jealousy turned into anger, turned into hate, turned into rage. And so she would manipulate men to do things to me. So my mother was the predator and then pretended to be the victim, and she manipulated the men to do that to me. Teal Swan, same energy. Teal Swan, when my ex-husband went to one of her retreats, when he came back, well, first off, he didn't come back. He missed his flight, and then I couldn't reach him for almost 2 days. And then I found out he was in a completely different state, chasing some guy who was at the retreat, who the Teal team thought was a threat. And my ex-husband was going to go take care of it. Why? He went there to get help. Why is he not, number one, not coming home to his family and his kids? Number two, following some guy in a totally different state in a rental car from that retreat, from their recommendation to what? Make sure this guy gets far, far away from her because he's a threat to her? Then he comes home and it's like this weird energy. And now that I step back and look at it, it's a love spell. My ex-husband started attacking me, and I wrote about this in my journals, how I noticed these differences in him, and I would question him, you're in love with her. And he would say, no, I'm not. And there were moments where he, number one, attacked me, almost killed me. And then he said, I have to go save her to save you. What? Huh? So what I see with this dynamic is this toxic narcissist, evil, and I'm going to call it for what it is. And I'm probably going to get hated. I don't care. I don't do shit like this. Whatever. You step back and take a look and see what I'm talking about. I saw this firsthand. I documented it too. She puts love spells on these men, gets them to believe that they're in love with her, and then gets them to go out and attack other women, to victimize them. Because a woman cannot siphon off of another woman. They have to go through a man. A man has to penetrate a woman's chakra system in order to siphon energy. I bet you didn't know that. Now you do. And so that's exactly what she does. And I was even warned, her husband, Mateus, reached out to me and my ex-husband and said, hey, and I said this in another video, hey, we want to make sure that you're okay with your husband coming to work for Teal, because most men fall in love with her and then it ends up causing an issue in the marriage. What? Don't see that happening with the women. I didn't see any of the women falling in love with Teal. I see a bunch of victims repeating the same cycle over and over and over with her. This is a really sick and twisted energy. And I went into this energy last night and I literally threw up because it's so disgusting. Because these individuals act like they're victims. Poor me, help me, something wrong with me, I need you to take care of it. And everybody takes care of it for her. She doesn't do anything. Her husband, Teal's husband, reached out to us. She didn't. My ex-husband was on the road chasing some guy for her. So this woman, these women, you watch, you be careful with these women. They are dangerous. Just like my ex-husband, who is a narcissist, very dangerous. Because when they don't get their way and when you pull the energy off and you pull that mask off, they attack. And they attack hard. But this woman is a predator. She is an absolute predator. And she uses men to prey on other women. This is the system of the universe, the old system. Uses men, manipulates them, puts spells on them. I saw this with one of my ex-boyfriends too. Puts a spell on them to think that they're protecting and they're doing the right thing and they're helping that female. And then they go out and they violate other females, and then that energy is siphoned back to that feminine. And then she plays the victim. But in reality, it's a predator. It's sick. All day I sat in this energy because I was just like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I can't even comprehend why you would do something like that. I would never attack my child like that. I would never do those things to my child. I would never do that to my worst enemy. Because I know how horrible that feels. Horrible. And the reason for it, the root of it, power, greed. I want you to go back and watch her Hulu. They did a Hulu series on her. And she talks about ruling the world. And look at her facial expressions. And if you can see energy, look at her energy. You'll see the true her. And then when she's questioned by one of the guys in the group, why should I believe you? She said, there's nobody above me. I'm the end all be all. She put herself over God. Why? Because she has a God complex. Because she wants to be your God. These energies, they want to rule over you as a corpse. They want to control every aspect of your life through power, through siphoning energy. They're everywhere. The more you see the truth, and here's the shitty thing about the healing process. First off, you got to go into the energy and look at it and feel it and see it for the truth of what it is, and that sucks. Because it sucks. The energy sucks. But I have to understand it, because if I don't understand it, I can't fix it. The truth hurts. Why does the truth hurt? Because once you know the truth, then you have to go, okay, do I really want to deal with that energy anymore? Do I want to have that energy be in my reality, my existence, in this universe? No. Now that I know the truth, I have to make a new choice or go back to sleep. And I'll never go back to sleep. I'm too far along. So number one, you have to accept the truth of what happened and what is. You have to accept the truth of what these people are. Hollywood, music industry, corporations, school systems, all of it. They're everywhere. It's crumbling. Once you know the truth, you can shift the energy. You have to sit in that shit for a while. It sucks. But then you shift the energy and you heal yourself. And then for me, the next step is I get pissed. Honestly, I'm like, are you kidding me? You stalked me. You ganged up on me. You beat on me. You did all this crap to me. I didn't do anything to you to warrant you doing that to me. And you did it because you were jealous, because you wanted to be me, copycat me, steal from me, take from me, all that shit. That's why? Wow. Okay, I'm a little pissed. I've been suffering for eons. I've been suffering in this life because you're jealous, you're weak, you're insecure. Man, fuck that shit. That's a you problem. And you can have all of that back. And that mask that you're wearing, which is my energy, that knowledge, that wisdom, that information, that connection to source, which you do not have, which is why you siphon off of me, and I let you in because I believe that you were trying to help me. That shit's over. You're going to be seen for the truth of who you are. So the next phase in healing is you get a little fucking pissed. Like, that was bullshit. Bullshit. But you know what? When I heal from it, and karma, you are going to sit in your cell, in your jail cell. You're going to go a little cuckoo, because now you're going to have to deal with all of those people that you victimized. All the lies, the manipulation, all that shit. That's yours. That's your bag. That's not mine. You inflicted all your crap onto me, your negativity. That's not mine. That's yours. You get that back. You have to get to this phase where you're a little pissed because you were violated. There was no reason for it. None. It was a choice. It was their choice. They chose that choice. They chose to do that for their own reasons. That's on them. And they're responsible for their choice. Not only are they responsible for their choice, they're responsible for the energy that follows that choice. Not me. The victim has to stop carrying the bag. It's not ours to carry. Give it back. So you get through the pissed off phase, and then this next phase is you heal. You heal that wound, you heal that crack, and you get to a point where you don't care anymore. It's not really peace, it's just I don't give a fuck. The reason why I don't care anymore is because the energy's been cleared. I have no more reaction to it. I know that it's been cleared from my energy field and it's been given back to you. Now it's yours. I'm good. Sad for you. Feel a little pity. Like really tiny though. But you get to, and I don't give a fuck. Okay, whatever. Peace out. Next. Moving on. My good's coming. Of all that shit that y'all stole from me for eons, it's coming back. I'm a little pissed. I'm a little salty. And you all should be too. Because this has been happening to you too. So, and then from there, you're clear. You're a clear vessel. And then you allow that divine light to come through, that divine positivity to come through. These negative, narcissistic, evil energies are about to ramp up. on every level, every dimension, you're going to see warfare. The spiritual war that was started years ago is coming here. It's coming to earth. Sorry, but it has to be fixed. Because God has been sitting by and watching this for eons. Because God is a third person perspective. It doesn't get involved unless you ask it to, and that's very rare. It believes in free will, and they let it get all the way to the end point. The end point was where the divine feminine was misused and abused, beaten, siphoned, just brutally attacked. And all of that light, all of that positivity, all of that good, all of that creation energy was siphoned off and sent out to many. And they used it to create their own dynasties, these negative energies. Because they can't create. Because they're destruction. Now, do I think that you have to take something apart in order to create something new? Sometimes. I think what you need to do is just change the molecules, change the perspective. That's what these negative energies are going to be forced into. They're going to go into forced healing. Forced healing. They either heal or they die. But before they get to that point, they are literally going to attack. Then war. And it's going to be a civil war. It's going to be an attack amongst each other. It's going to be really bad. And that's going to be the immense polarization. Because the positive people that connect to God, that believe in God, versus the godless people who, I don't care if you're godless. You want to be godless, you go right ahead. Here's what I will not put up with. Is you thinking that your godless beliefs, or that you needing to attack and steal and siphon, that's no. Absolutely not. You violated universal law. You are the one that attacked. You are the one that is wrong. You are the one that is responsible for what you did. I didn't attack you. That's a you problem. So these energies are not going to heal. They're not going to change until all of that positive energy is ripped from them and they have to sit in their own shit instead of dumping their shit on everybody else. And then playing the I'm a victim, poor me. It's a circle game. The predator attacks, steals, and then plays the victim. That's the twisted mind of this energy. It's very dangerous, by the way, this energy. Because as it loses its power base, as it starts to be shown for the truth of what it is, it's not going to be able to handle, because it's not rooted in faith. It's not rooted or connected to source. So it's going to be unstable. They'll either go into healing and accept the truth of who they are and what they've done and make amends, or they'll die. But I need you to watch for this, because this is a very, very pivotal point. Because the root of what created this whole predator-prey system, I've just found it and uprooted it. And now it's going to be shown for what it is. This was done in the ethereal realm, because everything I do is there, and then it comes into the material. And now those individuals, it's mainly women. Sorry, ladies. Sorry. I'm one of them. And listen, I had to check myself too. Like when I found this energy, I was like, oh shit. Is this in me? Because man, oh man, if I preyed on somebody and I caused them harm, I am so sorry. Let me go make amends right now, because I never want to be like that. I never want to be that energy. Because I know what that feels like. That fucking sucks. But you gotta watch. You gotta watch for these energies that pretend to be victims, but in fact, they're the predators. And they are mass manipulators. Mass manipulators. My mom's one of them. My sister's Teal. There's a couple other ones that I haven't found yet, but they're pretty high level. They're pretty well known too. But you're gonna see them fall. Because you can't build a house on sand. You can't build a foundation on false energy that wasn't yours. It's not yours. It was never yours in the first place. You stole it. Therefore, it must be returned. And therefore, you will fall. That's a you thing. You did that. I am just returning to me what belongs to me, which was mine from the beginning. You are taking back. That's what they say, take back your power. That is taking back your power. That's how you do it. All right. Watch for this energy. It sucks. It's coming. Watch these people fall. Masks coming off. They're gonna get a little gray. All right, I love you. Have a great night.